Alright, looks like we're live. I had to do it from my phone because my computer just wasn't doing it. The Wi-Fi thing is not working. Look at my awesome t-shirt. Orgasm activist. Oh, it is looking the other way around. Anyhow. So, today I wanted to share, I'm gonna put it down so it stops moving. I want to share with you the story that changed everything for me in my connection to myself. It was a few years ago. At the time, I was creating my first 21-day self-pleasure challenge. I came to the realization in my relationships that I was really comfortable being sexual and open with my partner, but when it came to connecting with myself, I still felt a lot of shame and a lot of really not so nice feeling, like thinking that I shouldn't be touching myself, that my partner should be the one pleasuring me. A lot of conditioning from growing up. So I decided to create a self-pleasure challenge because I love, as much as I love exploring pleasure, I love how the brain functions. And I knew that it took 21 days to create a new pathway in your brain. So I thought, I wonder if I save pleasure in a conscious way for 21 days, would I be able to rewire that programming from, oh, I'm doing something wrong, to it's okay to pleasure myself, it's okay to touch myself. So I was in Bali at the time, and the way that I kind of prepared for this challenge is that I was of course doing all the setting up in the background with two amazing women, Maya and Astrid, that I'm gonna say hello to here. And I would connect with myself every day just with resting my hand on my yoni as often as possible, just to feel that sense of connection and feel how do you say, just feel comfortable with holding her and connecting with her. When I say her, I talk about my vagina or my yoni. And one day I was resting in a bath and I had my hand over my yoni, but like it wasn't, my finger wasn't right at the entrance. I was just resting a bit above, when normally I rest my finger at the entrance, and I was just about here. And I was kind of daydreaming and breathing, and like going from breathing and feeling myself to kind of daydreaming. And I felt a shift of energy in my pelvic area, just like a click. It was really, really noticeable. And so my hands, I was on my pubic mount over my yoni like this. I felt the skin of my pubic mount slightly move my hand. It was really subtle and gentle. And my finger came closer to the entrance of my yoni, and when it came to the entrance of my yoni, my lips started bringing my finger inside. So first I didn't know my pubic mount skin could move, and I've never experienced my lips moving in that way. It took about 20 minutes, and I was just resting and watching what was going on, and slowly my finger was taken by my yoni until it rested on my G-spot. In that moment, as you can imagine, I just freaked out. I was just like, what is this? Like, I had my hand resting on my yoni, and I felt like I was patting some kind of animal or something that had its own wisdom, like its own entity, and I was just like noticing it. It was I remember just sitting there, when you experience something that you have no record for, your brain still goes into the files and goes, have I heard of anything like this before? I went through my file, couldn't find anything that I heard of what I experienced. And it was something that I didn't talk about straight away. It took me a while to share this experience because it felt a little bit out there, and because it was also sacred to me. It was such a special experience where I really fully got how alive my vagina, my yoni, my pussy, however you want to call, but how my yoni was or is alive. And after a while I started thinking about it. If you look at men, your penis move without your conscious decision. Like, you can have an erection without thinking, okay, I'm gonna have an erection now. And there is a lot of movement that happens in that process. Well, it's actually the same with our genitals. Our genitals are alive as well, but what happens is inside. And I think that's why a lot of people have not realized, a lot of women have not realized how alive their yoni is because they are not actually seeing it. And a lot of women are disconnected and can't feel much in this area, so they are not experiencing the changes as well. But I share this story quite a bit in the Universe workshop, and I say that men have a hard on and we have a hard in, because not only there is that power and potential of drawing in, which is the experience that I had. So men is more kind of directing energy, and our feminine energy and the power of the yoni is kind of drawing in energy. But also all our internal expand as we get aroused. So our yoni are as alive as men penises in the way that they move and expand. And through that experience as well, as I said, I felt like I was patting an animal or something that had its own wisdom. I really, really felt that. So what that did is that it totally transformed the way that I started touching myself. So while before I may have been like a bit annoyed and I'm not working, like if I wasn't able to give myself the pleasure that I wanted, kind of feeling like I was trying to work her out so that I could get what I wanted. It shifted that, and I started being more curious and kind of like, how are you feeling today? And more treating her as her own wise yoni that she is. And what I've experienced in safe pleasure is when I was inside, it would sometimes be like a dance, so I wouldn't be kind of doing the thing. I would just come and rest and feel, and I could almost sense if she wanted pressure or if she wanted me to let go. But it's kind of like I could feel the desire for pressure, and I would press just a little bit and she would just open to my finger, or then just come along with me. Like, it really felt like we started dancing. So I guess now you can understand why this experience totally changed the way that I connected with myself and the way that I see my yoni and treat her. And this is a very sacred experience that I'm sharing, and I hope that it might inspire you to connect with yourself in a different way. To, as I was saying, to stop going from how can I get the pleasure, how can I get the orgasm, how can I work her out, to really seeing her as a ally, and that he can. I find it so much more exciting because then it's a discovery, and it's the same as when you meet a new partner. Is that there is that excitement of touching their body, discovering their skin, like really listening to their pleasure and how they like to be pleasured. Then it totally changes the way that you approach your yoni. So this story is, was really what also transformed the way that I offered the 21-day self-pleasure challenge, and like a real foundation to all the work that I do with women. And I share a very powerful and simple practice in the challenge, and I've been wanting for a while to share it with more women around the world. And I've just created a 7-day global pleasure fest where I changed from challenge to fest, so then the brain doesn't go into, oh, it's gonna be hard, and we can have fun instead. So it's gonna start on the 12th of February. It's totally free, and all you have to do is go on the event that I put the link on, and there is a way to just put your details, so I can send you access to a private Facebook group where I'll be doing live every day, and also the link to a Zoom call that we're going to do on the 12th of February all together to kind of open the space for this adventure. And I'm so excited to be offering this for free because it feels like I want this in the same way of how I'm sharing with you my pleasure stories this week. I feel I have had experiences that really would open the world of other women, and so I'm really excited. Storage full, yes, okay. And I would love you to join me. As I say, it's totally free. It's going to be a whole week. So if you feel to explore your pleasure potential, find a way to connect with yourself in a way that's very loving and honoring. If you just want to indulge in self-love for a week, which I think we all need sometime, please join me, and we go from there. I hope today's story inspired you, maybe made you go like, what the fuck? And maybe change a little bit the way that you're gonna see your yoni or your partner's yoni from now on. And if you're a man watching, it's really powerful to have that awareness when you connect with your partner, that you don't have to work it out in the same way that I connected with myself. You can just bring a lot of presence and listening and discover this magical place. Alright, thank you very much. Just on that note, I want to say that that experience happened after I had been connecting for a little while with myself on a daily basis in the way that I'm going to share in the Pleasure Fest. So if you haven't had that experience, or if you connect a few times and you don't have that experience, it's okay. Like, I feel that our yoni is kind of waiting for us to come with a loving approach, and with listening before it will go, hi. So yeah, just remember, like, it's, I think with everything when it comes to healing any part of ourselves, it takes self-love, acceptance, and time. Alright, have a beautiful day, and last live will be tomorrow, and tomorrow I will share a beautiful Jedek practice with you that I use to practice surrender. Have a good day. Bye.